left Christianity, religion behind, and joined atheism, I embraced the idea that it's my life, it's my choice. And growing up in an environment like fundamentalist Christianity, Southern Baptist, Calvinistic, things like that, I realized that my body wasn't my own, that it was owned by some man or masculine presence, that my choices, well, every choice, was like the world was ending, and whatever choice you made could affect every choice down the line. I mean, it's exhausting to be morally controlled by the realities of living in a high control religion. It's exhausting thinking that every choice you're going to make now in the future have eternity consequences. And I reject that finding a man to protect me and spiritually lead me is something I want to do. I reject the idea that I don't need to be married or have kids. If I'm happy and want a life where I can travel and have my career without any familial responsibilities familial that I've created, I can go where I need to go, I can buy what I want, I can actually have a social life that's more than just meeting other married people. I can choose the life I want, and nobody has to like it. I mean, there are people out there that are going to shame me for believing that my life, my choices. But it's true. That's why I'm a feminist. Why I believe that women should have all the choices that men have. That all religions and races and ethnicities, we're all equal. Everyone has a right to decide if they want to live life on their own without people making unwanted hints that they're lonely. And in my opinion, the most lonely people are the people who aren't comfortable being by themselves. And yeah, the idea that you can't be alone is what kills hundreds of women every year. Women that, and it's not just women, people who aren't comfortable being alone for a time period. So they go from one bad relationship to another. And in church, this is so true. This is why women will not leave abusive husbands. Because they have status and an image of respectability being in these marriages. And everyone can have the life they want. And unless asked, people shouldn't make comments about the way people live. I'm the kind of person where I take responsibility and accountability for my choices. And unless I'm sharing a life with somebody, I don't know anybody, any reasons or any justifications for living the way I want to. And I love the life I have. Is it always easy? Oh, definitely not. Is it always rewarding? 99% of the time. I mean, I still get lonely every now and then. But the loneliest people I've ever met are married straight women. Why? Because of religion and society. And the group that has the least sexual satisfaction in life are straight, heterosexual, cis women. And that's why I won't be a trope, a stereotype. I'm not going to be a boring version of being straight. I want to be different, dynamic, and always changing and evolving. Life's an adventure, and I don't want to be a passenger in my own life. And religion does put you in the passenger seat. I don't want that. I don't make judgments about how other people live their life, as long as they don't encroach on my freedom. But I love the life I have. And it's not always easy, it's not always convenient, but it always pays me back for the choices I make. And if people make the wrong choices, I've seen people change and correct their mistakes. But that's what life is about. Making mistakes, finding out what you like, and accepting what you do and what you don't like. And being an adult, it's all about realizing that nobody else's opinion matters. That doesn't mean you don't have to hear other people's opinions or that you don't ask people for their advice. But at the end of the day, as long as you rock the life you choose, and you made the choice based on accessibility to every type of choice imaginable, I don't think you can make a wrong choice. But no, the most important decision I ever made was living my life on my terms without any regrets or unhappiness. That doesn't mean I don't regret a choice, but I never regret where I move, what I do. And if it turns out it wasn't the best choice to make, well, that's a learning situation. And life would be boring if everyone made the right decisions at the right times and never made a mistake. I don't want to be a boring person. So live life on your terms. If you want to have a traditional monogamous relationship, fine. Just don't be boring about it. Be unusual and keep people guessing what kind of things you want to do. And every few months, I'm getting to where I'm more confident and just not caring if my family ghosts me about these things. Because I have to live with my choices. They don't have to live with my choices. They don't really. They have to respect them. They have to get used to them. But they don't have to take responsibility for them.